Right guys, welcome back. So, managed to do a bit of work. Let's see what we've got done. This is from a little bit before and a little bit after my little holiday camping, going to some live action roleplay events. Good time had, but back into the hobby. So, first off, we've done a little bit of work on the Keeper of Secrets. So, what I've done here is I've gone over all of the bits that I'm going to do metal with a mixture of just some black I had lying around, which in this case was Blaywear, just black, and a mixture of that with the metal colour varnish. That's it's knocking out. Oh, there we go. Metal colour varnish, good stuff. So I thought, nice little combination of that. That'll give it a shine of black background. So when I put the silver on, all the metallic pigments will just have that bit more vibrancy, shine a bit better. Might not be needed because the stuff does coat over even pure white really well, but nonetheless, all these bits are going to have to be gone over with in silver. So, done the little black bits there. On the back of the skirt, whatever it's called, armbands and all the jewellery and everything. So that's done on there. Then same on the face. So jewellery, nose ring, top. That just took a couple of coats, but again, it's nothing major because it's going to be gone over in silver. And as with the little skirt, the cape has had exactly the same. So black done there and black done on there. Nothing special needed to be done. Oh, and the little loincloth, whatever it's called, front bit of the skirt. So that's had that done. That took a little while. It was a little fiddly because I try to mitigate or minimise the amount of overspill onto the white areas or the lighter areas or any of the cloth, because it would just be a bit of a pain to clean up. Have got it on some tiny areas here or there, but that'll be cleaned up. Right, onto the Painbringers and the twin souls. Now, ooh, notice that that is shining quite brightly. So what I've done with these is I decided to skip one of them. So I sprayed from a Nadior spray of transparent burnt umber Liquitex. Sprayed that all round, and then I went into some of the recesses and some of the shades with a transparent turquoise from, or deep turquoise from Liquitex, which is, where are the details on this, which is a transparent colour. And what I was trying to get with this is when it goes over the, apart from it just gives an extra bit of visual interest, where it's gone a little green here because that'll be mixing with some of the red tones from the burnt umber and the gold itself. When it hits the really dark areas where the transparent burnt umber has gone, it will go very dark, like under there. So that's when it's lightly gone over, so in actually shades. But when I stand it upright, quite bright. So what I did is after I'd done that, I then went from just a zenithal on some of the top areas and the leg, like there, touch of overspray onto there, which is what I wanted. Top of the shield, which is going to be quite hard to show with that light shining on. Very tip of here and just the front of the helmet, where I just wanted light to capture. And on the sword, I went in with the same gold mixture that I painted these with, which would be Vince Ventrella's recipe. So 2 parts copper, 3 parts gold, 1 drop of flow improver, a small amount of antique gold pure pigment from Green Stuff World. So that was the base gold mix, and then to do this highlight I just added some, I think I added 3 drops of pure silver, the new formula. Did that as base highlight. Unfortunately got some overspray onto the cloth, so I thought that's fine. When I've just got the overspray, as with loads of things I've done before, just got a brush, damped it a little real quick, and then just proceeded to just wipe it off. What that did was stripped all of the purple that I've done. Like I say purple, it looks purple, it's actually a Liquitex magenta, which goes purple over the turquoise. He stripped it right the way down to the base turquoise that I used, which was FW's turquoise ink. This stuff. So I wasn't very happy about that, but I thought no problem. So the water's reactivating it, that's not an issue. Proceeded to paint the model, so I redid the turquoise, went over it with a bit of white ink, bit of the transparent turquoise, touch of purple, and just bounced about with it and got them to where we are now. So then I thought, okay, no problem, I'll come to do the hair. Now, exactly the same problem I had with the hair is I put on just the first miniature, a mixture of contrast paint and the contrast medium, same as I've done on loads of stuff before, and I'll just put it on, gave one quick pass onto the miniature, and it stripped the hair, all the nice and other work that we've done on it, stripped it right the way down to the primer, which was again not very happy about. So where I've had to go with that is I don't have time to faff with the airbrush and try doing all the delicate work, so I've just had to brush on 2 coats of grey primer, and I'm going to do the contrast work there, and then I'll put the contrast on in a bit. Now that isn't going to strip off because it's primer, so it's polyurethane based, I believe. Acrylic polyurethane. So what'll happen is it goes on, and as it dries it constricts and pulls it and stretches into all of the recesses and over the model, and makes a really strong surface to paint over. As far as acrylic goes, it makes a very strong surface. So that's not going to rub away. What I've got to do is I've got to figure out exactly what was causing that Liquitex to do that. So I've used these Liquitex inks before, the Liquitex inks, and I don't remember having that problem. Now I've used, what was interesting is the FW ink that I sprayed on the same model didn't get washed away. It stripped the titanium white off, but not this. So I used way more thinner with this, flow improver with this, than I did with this. So one suggestion that I found on the internet is I'm spraying from too far away to get the zenith. Even if I think I'm spraying near enough, I'm not. The pigment might be drying as it hits the model. Because it's so thin, it's not giving a candy peel, as you call it, or orange peel effect, where it's all grainy and horrible, which you would get with a normal paint. So it's not adhering to the surface that it's hitting, it's just sitting on it, which would make sense, so that when you put water it seeps in between and just washes it all off, so reactivates it. I might have to do a video with an experiment with this and try to force that to happen, because I've not really seen any videos that specifically say why. And what would be interesting is trying to replicate the same effect with Liquitex inks as well as the FW inks. So I'm going to try forcing that. If anybody knows exactly why that's happened, post up in the comments. I'll be very interested, especially if you've got links to videos, because I had a little trouble finding any that gave definitive reasons why this happens, and it's not the first time, and it is really frustrating. So if that is the reason, don't do what I've done, save yourself the trouble, I'm trying to help. Moving back onto these, what's next? So I've nearly finished the gold. The only thing that needs to be done now is I need to go in with black oil paint, and I just need to pin wash or panel line everything. That's going to take a while because I'm not going to wash the metal. I don't want to dull it down. I just want to define each individual little section. So that's got to be done. I have got to contrast wash the hair on these guys. On the twin souls, got to make a decision with the skin. Kind of happy where it is at the moment. I kind of like the grey showing through a little. It kind of makes it, I wouldn't say more lifelike, but it's just an interesting look, I think. It doesn't look very Caucasian, which is good. To me, it looks kind of Middle Eastern already, which is what I'm going for. And it's not the same mix of contrast paints I've done on other models, which is fine. Varying skin tones is good. We want that. So I might have to just leave it be. So next step, metals. So I've got to do all the silver, because there's no point doing the pin washing on the gold until I've done that. Then it will be a case of, once I've done the silver, neaten up the silver, neaten up the gold, because I'm going to have corrections. Probably contrast the blue bits on here, so the black leathers, and then I want to get in between all the joints and all that. So I'd need to prep them first, and like on this model, I've got some brown leather. So I'd want to do that. And those are the next steps probably. And then it's just a case of going around picking out minor details like, oh, I don't know, some of, yeah, let's pick this one. This one has got a chain and a little Slaanesh symbol, so I'd need to pick that up. They have a lot of gems on them, so I'm going to have to do the gems. It's got a little braid. I want to black that out. It's just powering on. So that's the next step with these. I think I've figured out what I've done well and what I haven't done well with the gold. I mean, with the gold, where I don't think I've done very well is, I like the green effect. It is nice, but I think I needed more of the transparent umber on the Nadial spray, way more than I expected. I was thinking, oh, it's just little bits. No, it's not. It's a full-on Nadial spray of transparent umber. And then with the turquoise, the turquoise underspray had ultra matte varnish, and I'm thinking add more because I want matte shadows. Marco Frigioni on his show, when he, in his gold video, used contrast paints as they lie really matte when they dry. Well, that's all good. So I've got to do that. Tassels have to be done. Like on this one, I've got little bits of material, so I'll probably do those in purple. Yeah, the gold, I'm not unhappy with it. I just think it could be done better, which is fine because I've got Sigvald to do. So Sigvald's is going to have gold armor, and I think so is Celeste. Because I'm kind of liking this look of turquoise and everything, so I'm thinking that's going to be the look for the rest of the armor. I might start building those soon. I need to get this keeper progressed and sorted. So I think that's where we'll be going. So yeah, I've got quite a lot on my plate. Am I going to get them finished anytime soon? I'm not getting these finished in a week, I know that much. The keeper, definitely not in a week. I am not rushing that. The keeper will be done when it's done. These I do kind of want to get going, because I'd quite like to run an army with 2 units of Painbringers, 1 unit of 10 Twin Souls, which is what is built and painted here. I would like to run Sigvald and maybe a keeper, which I've got. I've already got 2 keepers and a keeper in a Lurid Haze list, so that could be interesting. I've got a tournament coming up in mid-October down in Warsaw in the West Midlands that my friend's running. I do believe it's his first Age of Sigmar tournament that he's running, so power to him. Shout out to Battle Brothers. If anybody's interested, I'm going to drop a link down in the comments section. Get in contact with my friend Ed on Battle Brothers, and he will give you the information that you need for the Age of Sigmar tournament. I do believe it's run on the weekend of the, let me just quickly check. I do believe it's the 9th and the 10th of October, so got a month away. He's currently just finishing off the pack. I think it's going to have a painting section, tournament section, and I do believe he's going to try running a narrative section, although we'll have to wait until the pack's out to see that. But again, shout out to Battle Brothers. AOS tournament, 2,000 points, links in the description. For now, that's everything I've got up to this week. That's what I'm going to be doing next in the next week, is trying to get more work on these guys done. If we get them finished off, brilliant. That's everything for now. Cheers for stopping by, guys. Catch you next time. Well guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe. Also be sure to check out our Facebook page at Wolfing Studios. The link's in the description. As always, thanks for stopping by. Catch you next time.